Well, now for a heartwarming story out of the UK. Old Friend Club is the viral Instagram account that's won millions of fans, thanks to their frank and beautiful conversations with the residents of a retirement home. Followers tuning in from all over the world for stories and advice from their favourite residents, like this.
How to climb Ben Nevis.
Yeah, I always wanted to do that.
Iris, what is getting you through this week?
She's sitting next to me.
Oh.
If you're doing the same job as that man, you should be getting equal pay.
What is the most valuable thing money can't buy?
Love. Unfortunately, I lost it.
Oh, sorry, mate. Was that your wife?
Pure life, yeah.
You loved her a lot?
Yeah.
Best part of life for you?
So lovely. When they're not making us cry, they're also making us laugh. Like 105-year-old Joan, whose quick wit and lack of filter has made her a bit of an audience favourite.
This is Austin Butler.
Oh, nice looking, but a bit thin, isn't he?
It's the beard, isn't it, Joan? You're not a fan of the
Oh,
beard.
no, I don't
it's
like
the
beard and moustaches.
You don't like moustaches?
They tickle in the teeth.
Oh, don't hold back, Joan. And the hosts of Old Friend Club, Bailey Griffin-McClark and co-founder Kit Chilvers, joining us now. Hello, both of you, Bailey and Kit. Thanks for joining us this morning. Bailey, we'll start with you. You're a pretty young guy talking to these old friends. Did it take you a little bit of time to sort of win them over and get them on side?
I guess no is the answer to that. I think because there's such an incredible group of people who have some amazing stories to share, we found it really easy. I think listening is the best part of this role, and I was actually so pleasantly surprised on how much they enjoyed sitting down with me and genuinely just chatting away. It was fantastic to see not only the enjoyment from their side, but actually how much I enjoyed it as well. So thankfully, it did not take much to get them round.
Yeah, that enjoyment really comes through. Kit, we've got to ask, where did the idea for the series actually come from?
For sure. So we already have a huge Instagram audience under puberty, and we wanted to come up with an idea that was positive and an idea that could unite generations. So, yeah, I think for us, we see a huge difference in the generations, or like the perception of that there's a difference, when in reality, these older people are genuinely just like us, and they're relatable, and yeah, we always want to stick to that positive message that we have as a business.
I mean, this is what's lovely. There's a lot of bad things you could say about social media, but this is one of its strengths, where you put people who are big parts of our community but maybe sometimes get forgotten and left behind, and you display them in a way that obviously we all... amazing content that we all engage with. It's won lots of fans already all over, but you've got some celebrity fans, some pretty big names. Who have you guys heard from, Bailey?
Yeah, so we were actually really surprised. We've had Sydney Sweeney and Kim Kardashian, who are huge fans of the show right now, which is crazy to think they're both sat at home watching us on their phones on the internet. It's a wild thought.
Yeah, it's the power of the internet, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. And Kit, I mean, we're talking about a huge success here online. What do you think the appeal is? Why are people tuning in en masse here?
Yeah, you know what it is? I think it's just the fact that even though these seniors are up to 105 years old, they're just extremely relatable, and they're teenagers at heart. And I think that's what really makes it resonate with the audience, is that they're just relatable and they're just like us. And often these seniors are seen as, oh, they're 100 years old, they're not like us. But in reality, they are exactly like us. And I think this is the first time social media has really been able to see that.
Yeah, just as cheeky, just as wise, you know, with a wonderful wit like we saw from Joan, who was in the clip when we set this up. Bailey, you've got to have in your sort of back pocket some of the favourite answers that you've received. I'm sure Joan's been, you know, part of quite a few of those, but what's one in particular that you absolutely loved?
I think I'm stuck between a couple. So Colin, when we asked him if he was 21 again, what would he do? And he said he would remarry his wife all over again, which was gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. And then polar opposite. We asked Tina how we would make the world better, and she suggested free beer and blue skies. So just a big array of different answers. Those are two of my faves.
Yeah.
Tick for Tina.
That makes sense, doesn't it? I think the appeal seems to be the fact that they don't really care what other people think.
Yeah.
And I think there's something in that for everyone. But the old friends, how are they taking to being internet celebrities that are now known?
It's interesting, actually. I mean, some of them love it, and some of them don't really know what the internet's about. So you get a mixed reactions. Some are asking who's the next celebrity that's like followed and liked, and then you get others who are like, oh, like that's cool. It sounds like people are enjoying it. So yeah, so like a real mix of reactions.
I guess there's still that novelty factor too. Like if you're not on Instagram, there's a whole world out there. So they're giving us a lot, but we're probably not giving them a lot in return. Bailey, what have you, in general, taken away though from this experience? Like, what has it left you with? Because I'm sure it's a pretty life-changing one.
Yeah, I think it's really, really incredible to be able to sit down and listen to these people, genuinely listen, the life lessons that have came. I initially thought this would be great to share to the internet. I thought these guys have so much wisdom to share to the rest of the world. And then I came away actually gaining so much wisdom myself. So just an opportunity to sit down and genuinely learn while doing the job at the same time has been fantastic. These folks are wonderful. I never thought I would have a 105-year-old best friend at the age of 22.
Oh, that is delightful. That is so lovely. There is so much wisdom in those generations above us, and you're celebrating them. And gosh, we really need that in our world, in our community, right now. So thank you, guys.
Thanks, Bailey. Thanks, Kit.
Thank you.